Live?
Officially live. Yes, sports fans, what's going on? Patrick over here at Ghost Picks ATS with my guy Moff Dollars on another episode of Keep It Rollin', the People's Podcast, a golf betting podcast with a little twist. Coming off our first weekend of success, I'll let Moff Dollars take over from here for a second.
Welcome, everybody. Our first week, it went about how we had planned. Our top pick, Louis Usti, to make top 20, sitting at plus 190. We hammered it. He was there. He did what he needed to do on Sunday. Was a little shaky Saturday, early Sunday, but steady goes it. He pulled it out in he finished tied for 17th, right where we needed him to be. Top fade of the week, Harold Varner, coming off his big celebration in Saudi Arabia. He's a party man. ECU, we sniffed it out. We knew he was going to be back to his old ways, celebrating a big win. Miscut and two big wins.
No, that was absolutely perfect. That was kind of the idea of this podcast here is, I'm all numbers. Every once in a while, I might miss something in golf. It's tough. You got all these guys, you're talking about a field of 140 players. Obviously, there's some things that I miss as a numbers guy, some of the little things. And the same thing for Moff. Moff is an ultimate golf guru. He looks at the hot hand. He likes trying to find these guys. We kind of balance our brains together. There was two things. So he liked Varner a little bit coming off a hot weekend, a hot win. We kind of started talking about it, chatting about it, and came to the consensus. We got a guy coming across the country not only with jet lag, but someone who's probably celebrating his first career win. Those are the kind of things we're looking at here. So we bounce those ideas off each other and then come to the consensus. That's our top fade of the week, and that cashes. That was a great one there. So started out our two top picks of the week. Our lock of the week of Louis Oosthuizen plus 190. That's a beautiful one, and then our top fade as well. And so that's our PCP. So if you were looking for some quick hits, a little bit of PCP, our podcast consensus picks, we had Brooks
Free
Koepka.
plays.
We had Brooks Koepka, who was to win at plus 2,700, and he was in the final pairing. Can't ask for too much more, especially at a 27-1 odds. So really, we're on the ball this week, and love that kind of stuff, especially week one out of the gate. Our guys such as like Patrick Cantlay. So the long shots didn't, come through for us, but that's exactly what they are. They are long shots, and when you're talking about putting, allocating funds, the top picks get the most bread. So top fade, top lock, both hit. So we're in the green off the rip, and Waste Management was an ultimate success. Talk about maybe one of the greatest tournaments of all time. That was awesome. Comes down to the playoff. If only it didn't come down to Super Bowl Sunday. But
Two hole-in-ones.
Oh, the hole-in-one. Moff's call of the week. He called for the hole-in-one it was minus 140 juice. And that's about as high as I'll
Zero
ever
juice.
Get. I do not like juice that high. But
we aped in.
we ate it right off the rip. Got the hole-in-one out of the gate, and we were celebrating with them. So that was an awesome one there. We'll get into a little bit of what we're going to be getting into next week with the Genesis Open. But really, we wanted to just kind of give you a little recap, a quick video today on the Waste Management Open, how we're looking into things. If you tailed us this week, congratulations. If you didn't, that's beautiful. We're just trying to get on the right track, get a little base going, I guess. It's tough to just go ahead right out of the
foundation.
Gate. Yeah, right. Tough to go get somebody right out of the gate and, trust them with your money. But, hey, Moff Dollars and Ghost Picks Fashion, we are here to help you, help us, help you. So yeah, beautiful.
Let's see, quick honorable mentions. We can dive into them more tomorrow, but Pat Cantlay was a blue chip guy. Personally, I took him as a top 5 lock at plus 300. That's a rocking chair bet. Never sweated it for a minute. And as we dial this in, Brooks Koepka had better odds than that. Would have done the same thing. He was our hot take Blondie. Sprinkled him for the win. And we're going to talk about losers. Jordan Spieth did what Spieth can do. He was hot last week, inconsistent this week. It was a tough course if you couldn't hit the fairways. We saw that with Brooks on Sunday. If he had hit a few fairways, the dude wins, plain and simple. But We had Carlos Ortiz as a long shot. He was in it, man, and he had our second hole in one followed up by an eagle on the next hole where he drives the green and cans the putt. I mean, he's sitting at 7 under.
To hop into the top 20, and he was plus five,
He was
like
at
520 to finish top 20 this week. He back-to-back eagles to get inside, absolutely electric, but could not close it out inside the top 20, which that's tough.
But we hit a lot of guys, I will say. I mean, you got some jokesters out there, DraftKings guys that I've watched, giving names. A lot of our guys made the cut, and they were, I mean, the leaderboard was stacked this week. We had a bunch of big names, and that's not going to be like that every single week. But these guys that are long shots for us in tournaments like this that are stacked could be sleepers in other tournaments down the road, and that's what we're here looking for. But overall,
and like as far as like the speed thing goes, so we started right from the rip. We didn't talk about anything but pre-tournament. We just kind of got on live and just started flowing, and that was one of those things. Moff loves Jordan Spieth. It's naturally a Jordan Spieth guy, but as far as like the numbers go, we started breaking down the numbers a little bit, and Jordan Spieth as far as driving accuracy on in POA greens in particular, it's just not as valuable as somebody who say. A Louis Oosthuizen, who plays so much better on the West Coast, even though it was his first tournament of the year, we got even better numbers on him. Same with Cantley. We got great numbers on those guys because they haven't played the course. They haven't played that much this season. So really, value is what I'm all about. Moff's the blue chip guy, but for the most part, we were all over it this weekend and look to take it on into next weekend again. We will be doing this tomorrow. We will have the Genesis Invitational Open. We will be talking about that one tomorrow, and that one will be in depth. We'll also go in deep recap of all of our guys, how they played, the things that we maybe missed. As a podcast that's coming on here, we'll talk about our misses just as much as our hits, because you learn, in my opinion, you learn from your losses just as much as you learn from your wins. So always important to understand why you lose, not just how you lose, but why you lose. Trying to find a guy
Absolutely.
like Brooks Koepka. We're trying to maximize making bread over here. So for a guy like Brooks Koepka, it might be a little bit of greedy to take him to win, but we suggested top 20s for him and Cantley, and those are the bets. Like you're even money almost, and never had to sweat them all weekend.
even top tens.
Yeah, really, even top 10s. And those are where we'll dial it in. Moff said it. We're right at the beginning. I have only been touching golf, for about a year and change, running my numbers and whatnot. And Moff Dollars is just, he's not into, golf betting as heavily. And once we, dial in these numbers and, get in a little understanding, a little more practice as far as, what we're looking for, I feel we'll be kicking.
Oh yeah, and we can start getting out different types. I mean, we'll organize a little better, maybe have like some DraftKings plays, have some, those type of lineups. I mean, we got all sorts of stuff to choose from, which will be fun. So.
Oh, yeah, we'll get the DFS going. We'll have that lineup popping up down the side. So we will have DFS this week. There's no doubt about that. Week one, we were a little bit rusty coming out, just trying to get really the technology and stuff down. The sound,
right.
Hopefully the sound is better this video. If you couldn't hear me last video, I do apologize for that. But technical difficulties seem to have been improved, where at the same time I think the camera might be a little blurry, but that is whatever. Shoot.
Is what it is.
What you got over there? You got anything?
I think we covered the big points. Wanted to keep it short and sweet. If anyone tailed, we appreciate it. Anybody watching, we appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Classic like, comment, subscribe. We've got all the social medias up and rolling. So Twitter,
and we want to hear from you guys.
Twitter, Instagram, keep it rolling 365. I should have put that on the screen. Next time I will. Keep it rolling 365. That is the idea. If only Patrick Cantlay could have maybe kept it rolling a couple more putts, and we're cashing the plus 1,400 for him to win a little, which would have been glorious. But here nor there. Really appreciate everybody tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any suggestions, we are very open to suggestions. It's a learning curve here. So
let us know who you like this week. Who are you following?
Yeah,
if you guys had your own plays, we want to hear it.
Absolutely. If you had any plays, throw them down in the comments. If you tailed us, throw a little like in there. If not,
tell your buddies.
All good over there, Moff Dollars?
We're good.
All right. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll have a big episode tomorrow. It'll be the long, and it'll be in-depth. We will have all the golf picks for you. And if you're not into watching like an entire thing and you're just looking for a couple picks, you will be able to fast forward to the end of our videos and pick them apart and just get some plays if you'd like. But if you like the real meat and potatoes and some of that good insight that Moff Dollars is giving out, tune in.
Tune in.
We're out. Good luck. God bless.
Peace and
Grind
blessings.
on. Keep it rolling, baby.